Hello everyone, my name is Civ Extraordinaire, and welcome to episode 2 of our Khmer Let's Play. Last episode, we started the game and we found it quite a good city of Angkor Thom, where we have, we still have an amazing resource here of the furs, which provide 3 food, 2 production, and we also met Kublai Khan, who has an even better start than we did, where he has 2 fur resources, and he has quite a good capital, if I might say so myself. So I think we wanted to go ahead and found the city. I think we did that last episode, but you know how Civ 6 turns are. So we founded Bhavapura. I actually think that's the same name that the RNG used last time, so that's kind of interesting. I may be wrong though, but anyhow, let's get a monument in the city to get it up and running very quickly. And let's also send the scout out here because I still want to explore to the east as we are trying to block the Chinese out. Okay. Looks like we have Amani. We also recruited him, and Kublai wants to be friends, so he is sending us a delegation. A camel train. Interesting. I didn't even know they had camels in northern China, so that is quite enlightening, actually. Also, looks like a volcano blew up, so interesting. The Panom Rung. My pronunciation is terrible with Cambodian or Khmer transliterations, so if you guys can correct me, please let me know how that's pronounced. But anyway, the P volcano just erupted, so I think, yeah, it didn't kill any population, so that's just good for, yeah, our pops are improving that, so it's going to be good for our overall tile yields. Anyhow, I did recruit Anansi, but I think I want to take care of this tribal village first. Just because I don't want that becoming a city-state. I still have plans for this region, especially with these juicy wheat yields. So we're going to even put a city here. Not as many farming resources, I'm going to have to admit that. But I think there's still a few good spots for aqueducts here. Namely here and possibly around here. But yeah, we have some good terrain for aqueducts. Okay, looks like Xi'an is growing. I'm fine with that city placement of Shenyang, as long as we manage to stabilize some kind of frontier border down here with Kublai, and I think that should be good. So let's get astrology. That is very, very important as the Khmer, just because those holy sites not only provide food, but they also provide faith from adjacent rivers, and I think you can really synergize them well with work ethic. So, I hope I'm getting the name of that Pantheon right, but, ooh. So we've met Ba Trieu, and she's welcoming us to Vietnam. Looks like her capital is fairly close, Tan Long. So we have quite the menagerie of Asian countries here. So we have Vietnam, we have the Khmer, and finally we have China. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Okay, I've never even heard of bird's nest soup, but apparently it is a Vietnamese delicacy, so I guess we'll have to take that. I know of banh mi. Oh. Alright, we've also met the gold digger himself, quite literally, Mansa Musa. Looks like he is to the east, so we will want to secure that frontier fairly soon. And see how that pans out. Alright. So, my music is a bit loud. Let me change that really quickly. Just because I know that might annoy you guys, but there we go. At least Vietnam's music is very pungent, I guess you could say, with those instruments they use. I don't even know what the names are, but looks like we found Hong Kong. And that may stop our plans just for now, since I think we did want to at least colonize that region. We'll have to see with the loyalty. Yeah, settler. Yeah, we can't colonize this region really, so I guess we're going to have to stick around here. We've kind of already preset our borders, but I think this spot would be a good place to settle. I'd have to see if we have any more farming resources. Unfortunately, plantations don't really get buffed by the Khmer, so possibly the furs may be a good spot to settle. And they don't have any loyalty pressure there, so that is on my mind. Okay, we do have a good spot for a campus, though I'm kind of waiting for astrology. This would be a good spot, honestly. Though the +3 would be even better. So let's go ahead and place down this +3 production, or the +3 science, and then we'll save the production just because it kind of scales the longer you wait for the districts. Looks like Atimananki hasn't been built yet, but we only have like one marsh. And our floodplains are already farmed, so not that we have many in the first place. Let's go ahead and get another settler, and then we'll just save that production for the science district there, or the campus as it's called. Okay, and I'm hoping Anansi can kind of take this guy here. Alright, you can. You have a ranged attack. And I think, yeah, it looks like Vietnam is kind of definitely contesting with the Malians there. Okay, so we took that guy out. Anansi is a bit soft, but I really did not want the city-state rising up. So let's just go ahead and disperse this clan. We could raid them, but I do want to disperse them. Raiding only gives 35 gold, so let's just go ahead and take care of them. Kompong Svai is ours. Wait, I read that incorrectly. They got an inspiration bonus from that, or error score. So, looks like we have Vietnam over here, and I think I wanted to send them delegation. So, our delegation, okay, thank you for receiving that, and one to Mansa Musa as well. Okay, just get those friendly relations up, and maybe even declare friendship with Kublai Khan. Okay, he accepted our friendship last turn, or last episode, so that is kind of weird, but I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay. So we have early empire. I think we might want to go ahead and take that early settler bonus. So I'll take that over the +1 production just because our capital really needs it. And I also want to take the promotion for Magnus here for provision, and then we can work towards Void Singers since we will be getting some more faith as soon as we get these holy sites up. So probably not a bad idea to get that done then. Okay, so let's go to our government over here and get the additional production towards settler. The game is even recommending that. And then I don't think we really have to worry about barbarian clans here. So let's get the increased recon boost for our units. And let's get military tradition for the flanking bonus. Okay, we also have a builder here. I don't think we really did anything with the builder. So let's send him to the stone, get some more production. And then we can send Anansi away. He is a bit weak, and I don't want him dying this early. I still haven't even used his abilities. So let's build a granary here for now, and then wait for a holy site. And then I guess Vietnam is kind of screwing around and trolling Mansa Musa here. Kind of funny. Looks like he's dispersing that clan, though. So I wonder where they're going to settle. Okay, improve this. Add a mine. Get masonry. And also, I think we need to take this guy out. Is he from that same clan? Not too sure if I can see. Yeah, I think he's from the clan we dispersed. So, because that is the Red Reef clan right there. Okay. So, where is Vietnam sending their settler? I'm kind of worried about that. I think they're still sending them towards Mansa Musa. I don't want them to be sent in my direction. Just because I'm kind of being a bit competitive here. Worst case scenario, we can later just send some war Worst case scenario, we can just send some war elephants there later on. But I'll have to see. Okay, we can probably harvest that dairy and not piss anyone off since Vietnam's not even there. And we know we won't be improving those tiles. So I think that's fine. I'm kind of thinking or wondering where we could put a holy site though. Because we want to put an aqueduct. Maybe here. Make use of these tiles. Maybe, I think we put an aqueduct here actually. So we have 3 nice farming tiles. And then we can put a holy site here. So, since we're going to do that, let me just go ahead and pop down these farming tiles. And then later on, I can just go and pop the aqueduct down and not have to worry about that. Okay, so the settler is there. I'm wondering if they're going to settle right there. I'll put you to Auto Explorer. Put you to Auto Explorer. And then we'll have to see the war that might break out. Okay. Put you here. There you go. So are you guys going to settle or what? Looks like the ancient era is ending soon too. But I'm going to get a mine there for that extra production. That's going to be our last charge. I think that's going to help our city out. I already have 4 pops. Once we get the Prasat, things are really going to start kicking because we have a lot of gold too. But once we get the Prasat, things are really going to be amazing, because that is giving us additional culture and tourism for every pop we have. And I think that's just really going to help kickstart our economy there. Okay, let's get a warrior. And then you can be ready next turn.
I don't underrate them.
And has Vietnam settled their city yet? Okay, they have not. Interesting. So, since they haven't done that, I think I'm still going to possibly send them over here just to create a buffer state. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So let's just go ahead and send maybe someone over here to the stone. Maybe we go ahead and send someone over here to kind of prevent people from leaking in, and then if we have enough time, we can send someone over here. Because that is a bit close to the Malian capital. So... I think we could get an aqueduct over here, or over here, and then improve these tiles. So let's just get a city here. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is there any way we could get an aqueduct here and a holy site here? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't think that's possible. So let's just go ahead and try to get a city here, get an aqueduct here. We can improve these three tiles, and then maybe we can get a holy site here. Okay, just to kind of maximize that planning there. Alright, we have our campus. Let's go ahead and rush that. Get the +3, and we get our era score too. And then we also want to get some holy site over here. We have a ton of gold anyway. So we wanted to place an aqueduct down here. Right. I think we wanted to do that. Yes, and then we can place a holy site down here for the extra bonuses there. Alright, that's not a bad idea. And then we'll also grab the adjacent territory. Okay, so did they found their city? Yes, they did. Interestingly, they chose an aggressive position, so that makes me think they're going to go to war against the Mali. Though they are neutral, so we'll have to see how that pans out. But let's go ahead and get the ranger promotion, since that is going to help us navigate this huge amount of forest here. Okay, you hate me. Thank you. Looks like someone founded... Oh, Vietnam founded Zoroastrianism. Interesting. Okay, well, let me just go ahead and do a really important decision here. Pet the dog. Because he's a good boy. And then, okay, I'll explore this territory. Looks like we still have some really nice terrain here. I'm very impressed with the start. One of the big problems... This is going to be an amazing campus. One of the big problems with the Khmer and the Maya, at least with some of these civs that have been changed this patch, is that they still have problems with starts. So to see the Khmer with a Great River start like this, it's really, really reassuring. Okay. I think they've definitely moved up a few tiers with this patch. Ooh, I don't like that city placement though. Thankfully, our holy site is actually going to culture bomb and steal these tiles, so I'm not too worried about that actually. Though, in the meantime, I think I will want to buy these tiles out and let these tiles be culture bombed. Okay. So, you can actually buy a holy site. What were we talking about for planning? Right, the holy site here actually. And then we'll get that aqueduct down there. And then you're fine with being on Auto Explorer. Okay, looks like that city-state where the barbarian camp was taken out.
Vessels large.
Right, we have sailing now. Let's go ahead and get... I think we'll get Exodus at the Evangelist, since we are going to be popping down a few holy sites here. Though I don't think the Eureka era score bonus would be a bad idea either. Let's get Masonry for the ancient walls, just in case anyone has any funny ideas.
Mysticism.
And then looks like Maui, or the Mali, founded Taldani. Thankfully, it's not over here, so I'm thinking I can possibly place down some kind of city here as soon as I get some more royalty pressure up. And you're fine here. Hopefully you make it. Send an envoy to Hong Kong. Get that extra production in our capital.
We are, by the grace of God,
And we found Victoria. I rarely have her in my games.
United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, and soon, dare I say,
I love how flirty her opening is. Interesting little fan there. So we have Tan Long. Looks like it's a fairly scrawny city here. They're definitely spreading their pops out, but I don't think they'll lose Hui anytime soon, though I see why they're having so many difficulties with loyalty, because England is right here. Anyhow, let's just send her a delegation and pray that we're on the same continent as her. No, so she's going to be pissed at us. Looks like we're on North America, ironically. Considering that's like as far as can be from the Khmer, historically speaking. Okay, North America, East Africa, and Anatolia. Quite the collection of continents there. Okay. Seems like the game is very intent on making this as historically inaccurate as possible. Though we did get some really nice flooding here. 3 food, 2 production. That is a juicy, juicy yield. I think we'll just barely be able to grab that. Okay, now we can also get a holy site too. Kind of thinking where I'd want to... I'm just wondering where the best place would be to get this. Possibly here. And then I could settle a city here. Get an aqueduct here, and then improve the adjacent territory. I don't think that would be a bad idea, actually. Okay, because I'd be buffing these surrounding tiles. So let's just go ahead and get that. Even if it's a bit out of the way, we're still going to grab some tiles there. And let's grab something with Anansi. Let's grab some science and culture. So there we go with masonry and state workforce. And then let's also get archery. I'm surprised we haven't got that. We're already in the classical era. And we don't know how to fire bows. Interesting. Kind of sad, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Void Singers. Upgrade our pillars. I think we built a few monuments already, so that'll come in handy. One there. One there. And even one here. So that's definitely going to come in handy. That's like 6 faith per turn or something. Maybe even more. I think like 12 faith per turn. Okay, people were denouncing us. Yeah, almost 12 faith per turn. So that is going to be really, really potent. Okay, so what do you want to do next on your harvesting reign of terror? I think that sheep is just out of our way, but I'm still not going to... I don't think I'll touch it just yet. Not when we have, like, bananas here. So... kind of sparse on resources, actually. Okay, you've claimed that. Maybe we can grab this jade, actually. And you take the currency. And now we finally have a Pantheon. I don't know if we're fast enough to get the river Pantheon. Let me just comb through this, just so you guys don't yell at me if I miss it. I do have the expanded faith mod on. It doesn't really change too much. It just adds a few interesting Pantheons. But they usually like to grab the river goddess, unfortunately. Which syncs really, really well with the Khmer. So it looks like they've grabbed that. That kind of sucks. Oh. What do we want instead then? I think I'll take the extra faith actually from the volcanic soil. Because we do have a ton of geothermal fissures. So I rarely go with fire goddess, but let's just grab that. And you should be getting a ton of faith, yep, from volcanic soil. That's going to help us out a ton. So we do have a few volcanoes anyway. Interesting. I don't even think Cambodia is too volcanically active, but I may be wrong. Let's settle here. We're almost there. Okay. So just slowly chugging along. Thankfully, we haven't had any opponents for war. Ooh, but it does look like we've lost a few tiles here. Taking out our corn farms. Okay. So I think next on the list then, let's queue up a builder. And then we can go back to another settler just to repair that. And then we should be good. So, okay, you don't want to get in any trouble there. Let's go ahead and get open borders with Vietnam. I don't think he'll take open borders or declare friendship. No, he has enough friends. Are you going to be friendly? Nope. Are you going to be friendly? Also no. Alright. Apparently your enthusiasm exceeds the reality of the situation. Alright, I understand. But I'll take that gold. Thank you. So go ahead and explore here. And by the way, I think Bat Ryu is one of the few New Frontier Pass leaders to use entirely unique animations along with Zhuao. So the dev team must have been putting in a lot of work, at least towards the end of the pass. Very proud of that. Okay, defend here, though. They did charge us $40 for it, so I don't know if I'm entirely too fond of the business practices there. Okay, anyhow, I think we'll get a holy site immediately. Get one here for those buffs. That +2 is nothing to scoff at, especially since we're building a ton of cities here. So, we almost have that holy site, and that is going to give us a huge culture bomb. So, there we go. Okay, not too huge, but still it's going to be impactful. Okay, get this, and we're even getting more tech. Very, very nice. And that's going to allow us to grab bronze working, so I'm not going to even bother with the Eureka for that. I think we've already killed... Okay, that guy's still there. Oh, I need to kill that guy immediately. That could be bad. Anansi, where the hell are you? Okay, get back here ASAP. I don't know if we have enough time to recruit a hero, because that guy is civilizing extremely rapidly. Ooh. I'm kind of worried here. I think we'll have enough time, but how many turns do you have? Okay, 10 plus turns. So let's just go ahead and send this guy back here ASAP. And then let's try to get back to the capital. Okay, and if not, we're going to have to take out that city-state, unfortunately. Not that big of a deal, but it's still going to put a bit of a dent in our production. Okay, let's go ahead and get a shrine. Do we still have a trader up? Looks like it got pillaged, unfortunately, by some stupid barbarian. Okay, though we did get the culture bomb, so I'm kind of proud of that. And I am waiting for aqueducts. When do we even get those? Okay, we could even beeline this. I think we'll actually do that, and Anansi will help us a bit with that. Okay, we also want to get a government plaza, though we're taking up a ton of land with our farming techniques, I have to be honest. So I think we prioritize a builder and just later on circle back and put some more districts down. Okay. We do have some nice horses here, though. Drum in poetry. Go ahead and get philosophy for those government forums. And we can transfer you to the capital, I think. No, just one more turn.
You tread on
Alright, and you're pissed at me. Alright, everyone seems to be pissed at me, unfortunately. Okay, though we did get a relic. Okay, and Anansi, of course, just died. Wonderful. Wonderful. Alright, well, we might be screwed here. Yeah, it's imminent. They're going to turn into a city-state soon. So let's just buy... Okay, we can't even buy the tiles. That is really going to suck. Oh well. Let's just go to Government Plaza, maybe. I don't know. We did culture bomb this, so that is going to be helpful. But let's look at Ancient Walls in case he gets anything sneaky. And he's probably not going to be too happy about that culture bomb. I think they even have a malice programmed into the game for that. So repair this. Repair the sugar. And then let's just go ahead and... Okay, we can't get a swordsman just yet. Maybe we can get Arthur or Beowulf. Let's go ahead and get Beowulf. He's really good for taking out units. So I think I'm fine with that. And we found Pamukkale. And Maui, very good. Okay. I think I'll send you over here. I'm trying to get a golden age. I think that's a good plan for this era. We'll have to see how we progress with that. But shouldn't be too hard, especially with the amount of cities we're building. Let's look at woods. And that unfortunately turned into a city-state. What was that? Okay, Yerevan, not even a good city-state, unfortunately. So we are going to take them out immediately. As soon as we get Beowulf, and then just not worry about that. Sweep that little war crime under the rug. Should have dealt with them sooner. I didn't really interact with them, so someone must have been buying their galleys. Okay, you just get out of get the hell out of there, out of Dodge. Okay, repair this, and pet the dog. Okay, there we go. I love that they have an animation just for that. Now we know where the other animations went for the leaders. Okay, joking aside, I really am proud of the Some of the animations they've done recently, very, very nice. So let's just build this here for the faith. And I've noticed it's so much easier just to get faith up and running in this patch with the Khmer. So much easier. Okay, we can't buy that out just yet. We are kind of poor. We should probably get a commercial hub up. But I just love building I just love building builders so much. So, we have... Where's a good campus location? Probably here. Maybe here. I guess government plazas don't really matter at this point. Let's go with ancient walls, and I think we'll go and wait for this to finish. Maybe we can improve the wheat later on, but we don't really have a city there. Okay, looks like Taiwan has been founded, thankfully. I think he's kind of back settling there, so that's perfectly fine with me. Set you to auto explore. Hopefully you don't encounter any more barbarians. And let's build one more farm here. Okay, explore. And I think we'll just station you here. We need just a few more turns to actually buy that out. And then we'll take care of Yerevan. Okay, we might need a battering ram to do that, though, unfortunately. Okay, let's get the farm here, though. And those food yields are really, really going to help us out. So I think we can also afford to get a plantation. And that might be that for that builder. Yeah, he has one charge left. Okay. Looks like Mansa Musa is expanding rapidly, though, so I think we want to grab some more of this territory. And our next settler might go over here. Yeah, not a bad idea. Settler. Okay, that'll be -2 loyalty, but I still think we'll be able to fit that in. And see how that goes. Okay, you're 2 turns away, so that should be fine. And then we'll just purchase this, and then chop, and then we can build a farm here next turn, and then that's really going to fit in well with our aqueduct. Okay, can we get a battering ram too? That would be 5 turns. Okay, we'll have to wait for that. We have 2 more turns. Maybe we could chop something else, I don't know. Maybe chop this here. I don't know if I'll make it in time. How much damage do you do to this city? Okay, can't really see that. I think I'll still wait for the battering ram. And okay, you can improve this. Get that gold for us if we are kind of low. And it looks like the Gauls are in this game. Interesting. Okay, farm this. And let's go ahead and get a shrine. Okay. So you're giving us some gifts. Thank you.
Politics is the art.
Okay, now we finally have another government form unlocked. This is going to allow us to this is going to get us some more opportunities for some policy cards, which I must say are kind of long awaited. So let's go ahead and get Classical Republic, since we want to get increased housing and amenity for our growing populace. And I always get that anyway, since it's so good. Though there have been some recent changes, I think, in the last free update. Not this one. So the second most recent update, where government forms have been made a bit better, just all around. So let's get the +1 production. And I guess Charismatic Leader. Really don't have too many city-states in this game. I kind of turn them down since I find them to be ever so annoying, just with how you have to deal with them, especially when they spawn so close to you. This is a barbarian camp, of course, but I still had some problems with them. Okay. So it looks like he got hit by a drought, not too good. But we finally have our battering ram out. And then we should be able to deal with these walls. Okay, let's go ahead and get our settler, of course. Though I think it's probably a good idea to train an archer first. And then get that settler. Alright, let's get maybe a campus. I can't really afford to buy these tiles out. Let's just get a shrine then. And I'm still waiting on that aqueduct. Should be in 8 turns. Not too bad there. Okay, let's chop this out. And that is going to speed up the archer. And let's invest in Hong Kong again. Maybe we can even get suzerainty once we get 3 envoys. I've only checked out who's investing in them, though. Okay, defend here. I don't really think we need ancient walls here just yet, though I don't think it's a bad idea to invest in a government plaza. So let's get this down. I know I'm not really going to be surrounding it with things. I'm kind of spread out, so that's kind of hard to do with the Khmer. But let's just get that for future settlers, and then we can put some buildings in there that'll do us some good afterwards. Okay, let's declare war. And there we go. Okay. So I guess we can probably take this builder next turn. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's take you out. Wonderful part of Beowulf's ability on top of his ridiculous movement speed. And that is going to be a minor defeat, unfortunately. What is +1 from outside influence? That's really weird. Well, okay, let's go ahead and get on the hill, and then we can attack. Alright. So they are doing some serious damage. We're getting another meteor shower though, so we might want to go ahead and invest in that the chariot there. And then we can go ahead and get back there with the settler. Okay, minor victory. There we go. And I don't think we'll need the chariot. That is doing some significant damage. So let's just get the granary, and we should be good to go. Okay. Take you out here. That is still going to be some serious damage to Beowulf. Ugh. Let's just retreat and try to heal. And let's get a ancient walls in Harihalara. Though builder's not a bad idea, actually. I take that back. Go ahead and get a builder. Okay. Ooh, they still attacked us. That is unfortunate. And we suffered a flood. Okay, well, that's fine. I think I'll call this an end to today's episode, since we are making some progress here. But thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope to see you guys later. This has been Civ Extraordinaire. And if you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. Alright, see you guys later. Peace.